You know what? If we don't know how to do nothing else, we know how to survive. Oh, yeah, we going to survive. We going to get through the day, whether we're singing, whether we singing, whether we doing whatever it is we do. We know how to survive. If you are sitting here and you are tuned in to your girl, you're a survivor. Okay? When you sit back and you think of your life in its totality, and when you think about how God has kept you, and when you think about everything you've been through, when you think about all of the obstacles, honey, that you have to endure, you are a survivor. Check this out. You know your girl just made 42, right? So I just made 42, and I've been thinking, because I don't even know what happened to the years. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know, we almost in halftime, for real. And it comes a point in your life, especially at this seasoned age of 42, I can't sit around and point fingers anymore. I can't blame mommy and daddy about where I am in life, because where I am at this point in the game is from all of the choices that I have made. It is what it is. You are here. We can't blame nobody. You got to learn to take accountability. You know, there's a point in your life where you get the teaching of your parents. They are the one molding you. They are the one instilling in you. They are the one pouring in you. They are the one, they put their expectations on you. Okay, so you have that part of your life. And then there's a part where you go on and you start exploring and figure this thing out on your own. They say at the age of 18. From 18 to 42, I have been exploring. Listen, there was lesson learned. There was good and there was bad things that had happened to me. There was people that walked out of my life, and it's okay. It is okay. There was time where I felt pain. There was time where I was happy. There was time where I was sad. We done been through it all. But everything that we have done thus far up until this point, we have to admit that we are here because of the choices that we made. The decisions that we had made. This is my book, baby. This is my book. And there is no book like the book of TT. There is no book like your book. Okay? There is no story like your story. You see, it's interesting how you can have siblings that can be raised in the same house. Right? They in the same house and they can have different experiences. You got the same mommy and daddy, but your story a little bit different than mine because it's the way they process it. They remember what is important to them. Am I making sense? Everyone has a voice. Everyone has an inner voice that navigates your life. And believe it or not, it seems as if the inner voice has more influence on what comes out your mouth. Okay, so you need to know that there's something in you that's trying to navigate you to get you off. It's an inner voice, and everything that come from you ain't good. Because let me tell you something. I'm gonna just let y'all in. There is a cursing voice in my mind. She the one that curses. She will curse you out in my mind. Now I'm trying to get rid of her out of there, but she's been there for a while. She's been there for a while. So it don't come out my mouth all the time, but inside. She be going in, okay, in traffic, talking to you. It'd be a lot going on in my mind, okay. And then there's a voice that like to take me over the edge. That's the overthinker. She likes to keep me wondering, okay. So I got to put a press on that, you know. She tries to create that anxiety and bring it out of me, so I have to put a stop on that and not allow myself to wonder, because when I allow myself to wonder, guess what happened? You start self-doubting. Okay, you start questioning yourself. Should I be doing this? Did I make the right choice? You know what I'm saying? There is also a still voice. There's a peace. You heard it, peace. There's a these are minus child. Let me sip because it might be dry. That's why my tongue's sticking. But there is a peaceful voice. There's a voice of peace, and this voice, this voice guides me. It counsels me. It coaches me. It tells me when to stop. It tells me when to go. But it tells me what to say. I thank God. Because let me tell you, because if I ain't had that Holy Ghost GPS track system built in me, oh my God, it wouldn't be pretty. I'm just going to tell you, it wouldn't be pretty. You have to work on yourself. You got to work on yourself. It's you and yourself. The challenge is working on yourself. That's the challenge. Yeah, it's you and you. You have to learn to police yourself. I know you don't want to do it. Ain't nobody going to do it but you. And see, the problem is that we have a lot of crooked cops out there. So we gonna get you together. That's why you here, baby. That's why you here. Now let's get to these yams, honey. We gonna get to the sweet part. Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brother. Oh, sister. It is your girl, your big homie, TT, y'all, and welcome to TT Talk. You already know. First, before we dive in, we got to get a special thanks to the man with the vision, the APAP team, for allowing your girl to use this here platform to represent God and his kingdom. And now, my friend, I do not take your eyes. I hope I ain't too bad on your eyes, I ain't too bad on your eyes. And I don't take your ears or your time for granted. Okay? So I've been doing a lot of praying. I've been praying, y'all. And I said I kind of just jumped into this thing, right? And I never really properly introduced myself. I just kind of threw myself out here, and I've been out here for 3 years now, and here we are. God is so good. So this is definitely elevation. You can see growth, right? Because here we are. So I wanted to be very transparent so you can know where this is coming from. Okay. I'm originally from Michigan, a small town called Benton Harbor. Okay. If you know, duck and run. Some of you would call it the hood, but that's where I'm from. I mean, Jesus is, he was raised in Nazareth. So, or is anything good that comes from Nazareth? Yeah, something good that comes from Benton Harbor. Okay. So I'm from a little small town. I was brought up in a broken home. I do know my daddy, okay, but there was choices that was made, and they separated, and we was under the guideship of my mother. They separated, and my mother skipped town. We ain't gonna get into that, but I thank God for my parents, though. My father is a preacher. I did not move with my father until I was a teenager, and I made that choice to go and live with my father. And I thank God for my parents, because I look at my parents as the example. I'm either going to learn from what they did and not do it, or do what they did. So I thank God for the example. So I can't blame them, because at the end of the day, y'all, one thing that God has granted us with is free will, free of choice. So you got to remember that. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's your choice. You said yes to that. Not mama, not daddy, not auntie, not uncle. You said yes to that. And my mother, bless her heart, she's a wonderful, wonderful woman. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The example that she said, I mean, with the knowledge, I believe if she was to do it again, that she would probably make different choices. But the example she said, I knew that wasn't the route that I wanted to take. No shade. It is what it is. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? My people perish from the lack of knowledge. And I do from the lack of, I know that maybe from the lack of knowledge that she made the choices that she made. I'm sure now that if she can change it, she would. But I thank God for the life that she chose to live. Because it was the first example of what I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. But in life, y'all, I've been through some things. Maybe not as much as you, but I still have been through. You know what I'm saying? We both can talk about these scars. You know, I've been hurt. I've been stolen from. I've been lied on, lied to. You know what I'm saying? I've been talked about. I've been accused just like you. You know what I'm saying? I had money. I lost money. You know, I've been sick. You know, I've been in fights. Okay. Yeah. We don't do that no more. We try not to do that. But I fight for a good reason and a good purpose. Okay. Try not to use my hands. Anywho, you know, I done tried drugs. You know, there is a cap. You know, we don't just dive in every drugs. Okay. We just gonna stick with the drug that came from the earth. Yeah, I've tried that. Yeah, I have. And have I drank? Yeah, I sipped. You know, you ain't never seen me out here skunk drunk, but I have sip a little bit. You know, all of us have a past. I've lied. You know what I'm saying? I've cheated. This is who you're talking to. You know, so I had to make the choice that I wanted something different out of life because I knew that I wasn't getting the fulfillment. This is your life. This is your story. And he wants to get the glory. Again, this is your life. Whatever you've been through, write it down. You could probably, you got some stories to tell. I talked to some of you. I'm like, oh my God, how are you still standing? But God is so good. And you are so strong. And like I said, you are a survivor. What we have to learn to do is we got to stop being lazy. Not being so lazy. Man, we are lazy. And I am too, man. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I just know how to push myself through it. You know what I'm saying? God can't use you if a lazy person. He can't, man, because he's an active God. He's a moving God. So you have to be, he will bless your movement. I'm going to say this every week until you get it. You got to get out there and you got to create so he can bless it. We've been trapped by what we've done, and it's stopping us from what we can do. Did that make sense? Let me say it again. We've been trapped by what we've done. Okay. So it's stopping us from what we could do. So you got to get to moving. You know what I'm saying? Stop living in denial, because that's what we do. We will deny. I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus. I mean, unless you say something and drop something in the comment that they would know it's you. But I had a person confessed. They confessed what they did, but then they said that it was okay. No. They confessed their problem, but they said in the same sentence that they don't have a problem. They still denied the problem. The only way you going to get through this is that you got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. That's just like you saying like, okay, your wife, everybody around, you done lost your house. You know what I'm saying? You about to lose your wife. You got a gambling problem. Okay, I'm just throw this out. I don't know you. I don't know nobody gambling, but I'm just saying. You got a gambling problem, right? So your wife is coming at you and y'all done met up with the counselor and she's like, listen, I'm getting ready to leave you because, you know, you having this problem and we done lost this. And she's telling you all of the things that's been happening over the year. And you sit up there and you say, well, yeah, I gamble, but I don't spend that much money. I just gamble one day a week. That's it. It is every night. No. I just gamble once a month. It ain't even that much. Really? Really? You have to learn to take accountability and stop making excuses. Because we keep making excuses and nothing is getting done. Time is just passing. And you look real silly sitting up there. It was this little boy. Every time he couldn't speak good English, and anytime somebody do something, he go, her, him. That's what you look like. He did it. My mama and this. Stop. Don't feel bad. It is what it is. And this is where you are at. Let me tell you, my whole life, I was in the have-nots, okay? I was in the have-nots. I was born in the have-nots, born into poverty, okay? Now, I feel that I did make better choices and I was able to make more money than my mother would make, that she made. So I feel like, okay, I accomplished something in life because the goal is, like, you want your kids to be better than you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son to be like me. I want them to be better than me. So I felt like, okay, well, I'm doing better. I have a degree. I'm making a little bit more money, and still, nothing's getting done. Not really having the fullness of this walk. So let me tell you something. Have-nots. 42 and up. We gonna live it in the halves. Whatever age you are at right now, we are going to start living in the halves. Okay. The have-nots, we gonna have it. So, okay. So that's where we are heading. But you got to line up. There's discipline. You can't just go out there and do what you want to do. There's discipline to the vision. Okay. Because everything outside of that got to line up with the vision. I feel like it's my protection. I sat down and I had brunch with my son. And he was saying that he was going through some things. He felt some little pain, had his first little heartbreak. And I said, okay, well, right now you need to focus on the goal. And he does the little Maduri stories. And I told him, I said, well, let that be the focus. And so when we met up for brunch, he said, I feel good, Mom. Because now my days off, I'm focused. Now when I'm going out, if it don't align up with the vision, it's going to keep you, man. It's going to keep you. It dictates your life. Listen, God wanted to influence the heavens here on this earth. Me and you, we are here to influence this earth, man. It's through us. It's through us. We the ones. We're the ones. See, the problem is with the religion. Now, let me tell y'all, what mama and daddy and grandma and them kept telling us. See, and this is why the youth they don't want to get with us, because you keep religion, okay? They keep telling us, stick in there. Hold on. The struggle. Go through the struggle and the pain. As soon as it'll be over and you're going to get caught up in the clouds and you're going to go to heaven. What? I need to deal with what I'm dealing with now here on this earth. So you want me to suffer and then I got to die and go to heaven and that's when I'm going to get everything? Sorry, my voice went up like 6 octaves. Because what? Is that what you want? Is that what I got to look to? No, let me tell you something, friend. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. It's for you to have it here. We are here to extract the heavens here on the earth. So whatever you want to do, whatever your vision is, you want to knock it down, do it. You want to build it up, do it. As long as you are doing it for the kingdom and not for self-gain, not for your own pride, but you got a vision to help the lives of others. I guarantee you, if you throw your weight on him, he will bless what you do. But you cannot, listen to me, you cannot grab the ball, the vision, and expect that everything is going to line up. You're going to have to push through some things, baby. Okay? Just know when you see it, life got this middle. Life got this middle. So what the thing that we have to keep working on is we can't lose our sight. Don't lose your sight. He did not create you to suffer your whole life and die and go to heaven. That is not why you created, and I go against that right now in the name of Jesus. The time is now. The heavens are here. Okay? You got to believe it. You got to believe it. And then you have to change something in your daily walk. Okay? Put God first. You know, that was one of the things my father had told me when I had left it, when I was 18 years old, when I moved from Michigan to here. And he said, Tasha, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. Put God first in everything you do, right? Never really took on to that concept. Didn't even understand it. I heard it, but I did not really understand it. It sounded really simple. But now at this seasoned age of 42, every move I make, I put him first. If you go into your job, if you apply for this job, you ask you pray to God and ask him, is this the way you're supposed to be moving? And if it's not, Lord, stop me in my track. Don't let them give me the job if this is not the job I'm supposed to be on. Everywhere I go, any person I talk to, God, let me know, reveal it. And it's going to keep you. Put him first in everything you do. Start working on yourself and start policing yourself, okay? Nothing will never change. When you click off this, nothing is going to change first. The only thing you can change is your mind. That changes first. Your situation is still there. That's the reality. The situation is still there, but you have to see it with a different set of eyes. Okay? So you got to work on your mind first. Dig into the good. You got good. Don't focus on the negative. That's what the enemy wants to do. He wants to keep you in a negative box so it can consume you and start sucking the life out of you, because that's what he does. Okay? So that's what we need to do. God bless you. God bless you. And God loves you. He really, really do. Whether you accept it or not, whether you believe it or not. I feel like Donald Trump in my hands. I might even put my hands. Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, you are loved by God. You're loved by God. Thank you for allowing me to pour this sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God gonna do. Because I told you, I have no idea. But this I do know. This I do know. You are trapped from what you already done. And it makes you question what you could do. Okay? If you really want to access this thing, you remember when Jesus was going around and when he was healing the different people, what did he tell them first? What did he ask them? He says to them, do you believe? So the question is do you believe that God would do what he said he would do for your life? Do you believe? Because if you don't believe it, baby, there's nowhere to go. It starts with your belief first. You can't be healed until you believe it. You cannot make a change until you believe in yourself and start doing something different to get a different result. It's all about your belief system. Okay? Work on your mind, y'all. Don't be wasting your time. Work on your mind. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.